Nowadays when we use the word virus, it's kind of like, it's one of those words that has become so generic. It represents everything. When you say, go to the fridge and get me a Coke, or, hey, hand me a Kleenex, or where's my chapstick, or let's jump in the jacuzzi. Those are all brand names that kind of became the word that defines what they are. Soft drinks, tissues, lip balm. You get the idea. And virus, of course, comes from the medical industry, but it's really a generic term. And it's important to understand that it's kind of a general category of malicious software. So technically speaking, the definition of a virus from the IT perspective, the security perspective, it's an unwanted and solicited malicious program. Now, what's interesting is viruses aren't always malicious. They can be mischievous, they can be problematic or troublesome, they can be annoying, they may be on your system and you don't even know it. But they're definitely unwanted and they're definitely unsolicited, and they're often malicious. They're pieces of code that can potentially damage an electronic system. By strict definition, viruses are not transferred without the help of human or system intervention, and that's what separates a virus from a worm. Viruses are commonly transferred from one system to another in many ways by sharing data, either data at rest on removable storage devices, or sharing data over networks, downloading files from the internet, the World Wide Web, opening phishing email messages or attachments. There are several ways for us to differentiate different types of viruses. It's important to realize that these definitions are really getting blurred, as most of your malware campaigns actually are made up of possibly 3 or 4 more different types of malware with different behaviors. So a campaign against a web server may use 2 or 3 different types of viruses or malware, all in the same attack. That's important to realize. Now, strictly file infector viruses basically attack executable files, .exe, .com, .bat. And when you execute the file, the virus attaches itself to other program files. Boot sector or system infector viruses basically plant themselves in the system's boot sector and infects the MBR, the master boot record. And then the virus is activated when you boot up the system. And these aren't that unlike a rootkit, where you can, get rid of it and then you restart your machine and it's still there. It keeps popping up again. Most of your modern antivirus can handle those types of viruses, but it sometimes takes some special work on the part of the AV. A multipartite virus is also referred to as a multipart virus. And think of this